Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to Two Tangled Skeins. It is March 7th, 2015. This is episode 101.
Woohoo.
I'd like to welcome any returning viewers and welcome any new viewers.
Your turn.
Name?
Oh, Sue, also known as Crafty Knitter 7.
And I'm Carrie, also known as
I
Jade
know my
Knitter.
name.
Yeah, you do.
Uh-huh.
And I know where you live.
Yes.
I would hope you do, seeing as we're sitting in her house and all.
Shh.
Don't logic me. I'm Carrie, also known as Jade Knitter. And you can find us on YouTube and on Twitter under Two Tangled Skeins. And on our blog, which is twotangledskeins.com.
I'm Lynn, also known as Toll Baby, and come join our Ravelry group. We give stuff away.
I also want to thank all the people who've been subscribing to YouTube. If you've subscribed to YouTube but you haven't joined the group, go join the group. If you've joined the group but you haven't subscribed to YouTube, go do that. Because, you know.
It makes Sue happy to have even numbers.
Well, I see every person that subscribes. So
Yes.
It's like, oh, another person. I think we're at something like 870 subscribers, which is kind of cool.
Yep.
So the FO show is you guys, because I don't have any FOs. So
I have fuzz.
fight between
Not
yourselves.
picking at something like Carrie is. Oddly enough, she's picking at her foe, so. Oh, are you
I'm
moving in
moving in
ends?
ends.
Okay. I'll go first. This is the hat I was working on last weekend. It is the Ribberoni hat, and the variegated did a really neat thing. It's like stripes, vertical stripes.
Mm-hmm.
It did vertical stripes all around the hat. Anyway, I used a whole bunch of little teeny scrap balls that I had lying around. That's why the top is all white, because I wanted to finish the white. But yeah, I used a whole bunch of little teeny scrap balls, plus the 3 balls I was using last week. And so this is mostly Red Heart Super Saver. There's some other random, not quite as scratchy acrylics in here. Yeah, I know. I have to... Those are ends I had woven in,
Mm-hmm.
but I had caught the other side of the hat when I was weaving them in, so I had to undo them a little bit, and now I just need to poke them through, because they're kind of sticking out here. They're sticking at the other end. So it's the Ribberoni hat by Jane Tanner. I'm using a whole bunch of Red Heart Super Saver, which is a heavy worsted or an Aran. Except for this one little gray one that was super soft and was not Red Heart Super Saver, and apparently does not have the same gauge because it's a regular worsted, but that's okay because you can't tell. And it was done on size 7 needles,
4.5.
which is US 4.5.
No.
Except for the top part.
7.
US 7, 4.5 millimeters. I'll get there. I've only had like a couple of sips of Diet Pepsi. But you can kind of tell that I screwed up at some point, because when I switched to DPNs, I switched to size 9 DPNs. Because the other hat I was knitting was on size 9. So I completely messed that up. But it's fine. It looks okay. And it's going to the homeless shelter. So it's actually a very nice big hat too. Like, it would fit a really big
Large
head. So,
man.
yes. Well, I'm thinking it would fit a man-sized head because it was made for men. So, there we go. That's faux number 1. And here's my other faux that I love very, very much. This is my Amanda hat. And somebody who was saying that it covered up all my hair the other day, that's because I tied my hair back super tight. That's the only reason it covered my hair. Because, as you can see right now, it doesn't... I have to sort of stretch it out a little bit to get it to cover my ears, but this is the Amanda hat by Gina Haas. This was my March Brown Bag Sock Challenge project. It's in Classic Elite Yarns, Jill Eaton Minnow Merino, and Celery, on a size 9, which is a 5.5 millimeter. And I don't know, I'm going to have to take it off so you can see the stitch pattern, because this stitch pattern is amazing.
It is really cool.
It's almost Star Stitch, but not quite. It's not quite the same as Star Stitch. But the top decrease, like, it's almost like a bucket hat, because it's kind of square. But the top has these really nifty spiral decreases, and I just really like this hat. And honestly, I want to make a few more, because they're that easy and quick.
Took you, what, 6 days?
If that.
You started it on the Friday.
Yeah, and I finished it
on
at
Thursday.
knit night on Thursday, but I could have finished it quicker if I'd worked on it a little bit better. The one thing I'm not happy with what I did is the end, there's supposed to be a line at the back to show you where the back is, but I don't like the little gap that's in the edging. That was just how I sewed the end in, so that's my fault. But yes, I really like because you don't actually need a stitch marker to show the end of the row because you've got that line that will show you where it is. So Sue, after I finished this, said, you know what? Because I had bought 10 balls of this originally. It was to make a sweater for myself, and the sweater turned out awful, so I frogged it. And Sue was looking at it the other night, and she says, you know, now you need a big squishy cowl to go with it. And this only took about 1 3/4. So I have enough to make a big squishy cowl.
Don't go into works in progress.
I won't go into works in progress, but there will be a big squishy cowl in the same pattern as the hat. Carrie's turn.
Okay. And I just tied off the last end. I haven't cut the ends, but I tied them off. First thing, I made dishcloths last night. These took like an hour and a half or so. So they're really quick. They are... What are they? I actually don't know. I sent her the pattern. I have no idea what I was knitting. The Leafy washcloth. And you didn't put down who they were by.
Because you didn't send it to me. I forgot.
Oh, I did actually send you the link.
Oh, the link.
Well,
I just copied and
but you're
pasted.
supposed to provide the information, woman.
I'll provide it in the show notes.
Leafy
right,
washcloth. They're a free pattern. Took me about an hour and a half, if that. Made 2. And still have a lot of yarn left over. They're just out of
Sue and I think they'd make a really good bikini.
Yes. We were testing that theory, and they do make a really nice bikini. Ergo, they do actually need to be blocked more.
Just saying.
Because I kind of sort of half blocked one of them last night. And the other FO,
which she very thoroughly blocked this morning.
Yep.
Oh, all right, fine. Am I allowed to touch this?
Yes,
Okay.
it's
just making sure.
merino. Is my
I'm
Aeolian,
not that tall. Put your arm down.
is my Aeolian shawl, and it is done.
Yes.
And I've now got all the ends woven in, and like she said, I blocked it this morning, because it is really dry here. So it literally blocked in an hour.
Sorry for shoving my pit at you.
It's all right.
And as you can kind of see, the edge is gray. That is because I was playing yarn chicken with the shawl and I lost. I ended up with 2.6 grams of the green left, and I didn't think that was going to be enough for the edging, and I used 4-point-something grams of the gray. So yeah, it wasn't enough.
You said 5-point-something.
Or 5-point-something. Yeah, it was basically I used double the amount that I had. So yeah. This pattern actually needs the recommended yarn amount. Because I was like 100 yards short or something of it. So I figured, yeah, no. It is the Aeolian shawl. It's by Elizabeth Freeman. And it is a free pattern off of Knitty. And I loves it so. I have made 3 of them.
What size needles did you use?
This is on a 3mm needle. Which is a US 2.5.
Did she try them on?
No.
Sorry. That's flashy, colorful socks.
And it's fully beaded and everything.
So, how many beads did it take?
A whole lot.
Oh, so you don't have a number.
It's...
What does the pattern call for in
over
beads?
3,000, I think, in beads.
God. Like I said last week, crazy.
I'm loco, and we all know it.
Ugh.
I actually ran out of beads. There's a final edge row of beads, and you probably won't be able to tell the difference. But there's a final edge row of beads right under the gray. And they're actually a steel gray bead instead of the green-yellow beads that's in the rest of it. Simply because I ran out of the green-yellow beads. And the beads I get here come in little tubes. I think they're about 100 grams. And I used half a tube just for the edging.
Wow.
The rest of it took 3 tubes, so it's over 300 grams worth of beads alone in this thing. So yeah, it's a lot of beads. And I love it.
Now, how will you wear such shawl? Like you normally do, or like around your neck?
I normally wear my
like that?
shawls kind of like, like this, like cowboy style.
Okay.
But I do also wear them, you know, standard shawl way across your back.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I just got a mental image of John Wayne with a lacy beady shawl on his
Why?
Now I kind of wish I still had my
She
Stetson.
said cowboy style.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, where'd you get that?
Sorry.
Now I wish I still had my Stetson. I used to have a black Stetson, and I got rid of it years ago.
Never predict where this show is going to take you.
But yeah, it's done. I finished my knit off last night. So, it's all ready to go.
Cool.
That's all my foes.
Cool. Somebody want to go for what's on your needles, or...
Okay,
go.
By the way, I'm down to 3, plus insanity.
Shut up.
Remember how I said that Sue said there needed to be a big squishy cowl? Ta-da! There's a big squishy cowl in the making.
So that will wrap around your neck
I'm hoping.
twice? It
I'm
should.
hoping it'll wrap around twice. I tried to make it big enough. I more than doubled the amount of stitches on the hat. So
Was that the math you were trying to figure out last night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because multiple of 4 plus 3 was breaking my brain. When I finally realized that it was just a multiple of 4 plus 3, I just cast on. So, the hat is 83 stitches. This is 203. So I'm hoping it'll wrap around twice. It should.
So when you say 4 plus 3, what does that mean?
A multiple of 4. The pattern stitch is 4 stitches, plus there's 3 selvage stitches on the edge.
Okay, thank you.
And I had thought of doing the pattern side to side, but it's a circular pattern.
Yeah.
You can't flatten it out and have it work out properly. So I decided to go lengthwise after all.
Yeah, you were up late because the last email you sent me was 1 a.m.
I was up till 2:30 playing with this, which is why I didn't get up and go to temple this morning.
Okay, so continue.
So it's the same yarn, the classic Elite Yarns Jilly Eaton Minnow Merino. God, that name is long. It was originally designed for children's clothing. It's supposed to be a superwash 100% merino. It is a single that comes out to Aran weight. And
it's basically roving.
It's
Do you like what I called it?
Soft. Sue called it a cowl on the fly. It's going to have the same... Basically, the cowl is going to be this. And we'll see how it goes. If I have enough yarn, there may be a third pattern repeat. But it's basically going to match the hat. And it's on a size 9. I managed to find a cable and my size 9 tips, so I was able to get it started last night, because I was like, oh, but I don't have a size 9. Duh, I've got a knit pick set. I don't particularly like it because they come apart, but I don't think these ones will come apart because I had to use the little tool thingy just to get it on the needle, on the tip, because it got stuck halfway through.
Okay.
I don't know if it's the needles or the tips, but they don't screw in very well. So
mine screw in fine, but what happens with my knit picks is the cord comes out of the end.
Yeah, that happened. Oh, that happened to Lillian the other day. Mid
I know, I saw that. It's happened to me on my mitts. I'm just like, really?
Bad knit picks. I didn't say that out loud. The other thing I'm working on is my silver shawl, which I can't exactly show you properly because I'm using a short needle, but that's what it's supposed to look like. And last week I was here just at the end of this pattern section, so I've done all this since last week. And I'm in the next pattern section, which is that top row that... Sorry. I am exactly here at the top of this pattern section here. Because that's the 4. Yeah, I'm right at the top of that. So that's what I've been working on. The baby blanket, I will be honest, it's here in my pirate bag. But I haven't taken it out since last weekend. I worked on it a little bit at my mom's, but I don't think I even made a whole row. So
you're almost done though.
Yeah, I'm almost done, but I'm not going to bother taking it out because I didn't touch it. So that's what I'm working on.
Cool. What I'm working on...
They're so pretty.
I know. They are the basic rib socks. Oh, who's it by? Kate Atherley. Kate Atherley. And so let me just stop before I start a row. I'm doing them 2 at a time, so I'm kind of in between. Pull more yarn. So this is them. They are out of Vesper yarn on size 2.75 millimeters.
You can tell they're not for Sue because the stripes don't match.
No. they don't match on purpose because she was like, I don't care.
Yes.
It's out of Vesper yarn in this October Spooktacular colorway, which I absolutely love. And as you can see, I'm doing them 2 at a time. Now, what else is on my needles? Test knitting the yarn. I'm a little behind compared to most people, but it's life. So this yarn is Vivid Fiber Arts MCN in the Horizon colorway, and it's a gradient blue. So I've got past the thumb, and this is the HG fingerless mitts, and I will grab the picture so you can see it. By, who's it by? Zhora Designs. So this is the pattern.
Oh, they're so pretty. They're going on my queue.
So
I want some of that yarn to make some.
She's going to be getting some in, stocking it soon. She hasn't opened, well, her site is open, but it's open for all the yarns that have already been tested. And this is being knit on my Diacrafts in a size 2, which I kind of regret following what the pattern said because they're really tight. And I'm going to make them a little bit longer on the fingers. So that's that. So this is the yarn here. I'll show you. Purdy.
And it's soft.
It's MCN. Yes. Very soft. And the other thing that I'm working on is something came out of...
I didn't say anything.
What?
Nothing. Nothing.
What'd you say?
I didn't say anything.
So I'll see it when I'm editing?
I said not as soft as this.
Oh, okay. So something came out of hibernation, I guess. Brace yourself, people. You will be shocked.
I was.
I just showed her the bag at Knit Night, and she's like, I don't know what was in that bag.
I don't memorize your bags, honestly, woman.
It's my French can.
Yeah, you have a few.
So, there's the bottom. I'm all the way up here.
Woo! The focus went funny. I thought it was
and
me
I
for
only
a
have
second
this
there.
much left.
Yay!
But, problem? I discovered a problem.
What'd you do this
My
time?
knit stitch doesn't follow.
Oh.
I totally forgot, and I did it down here, too.
You're never going to see that.
So, I know it's
This
there.
is Sue.
But I'm not ripping it back. So, let me just get this close. Where the stitch marker is where I was. So, I did all that since last night. And the pattern is by Mademoiselle C.
It's all Crystal's fault.
It's black and white, but
It's so pretty.
you can get the gist of it. And it is on size 4mm, which is a US 6. Yes.
And definitely worth buying. It's a really once you get the hang of the edging, it just flies.
Yeah, it took me a couple tries, but I was like...
Well, you put it in the naughty corner for a while. So.
Yep, and it's in my awesome Granny bag with balloons. I have to be careful when closing
That's
this.
green inside.
It is, it's green.
All my awesome Granny bags are currently in the wash.
Oh.
Carrie had an incident on Wednesday.
Okay.
It involved several cups of coffee and 3 purses.
Oh.
So several cups of coffee.
Yep.
Did you have a party?
Nope.
Where you had like 5 or 6 cups of coffee?
No. It was my cup from the morning, plus the cup I was taking to work. And yeah.
You're special.
Yes, I am.
Granted, I'm the one who set a sweet potato on fire this week.
You're going to have to elaborate because people are going to want to know.
No, I'm not. Because I come out of this story sounding really, really stupid.
Dude, I just admitted to spilling 2 cups of coffee in the space of half an hour.
Fair point.
On 3 purses.
Well, you have a purse problem like Sue has a project bag problem. You guys have a lot of bags. So, I bake sweet potatoes in my microwave all the time. I do it at home like at least 2-3 times a week because I'm too lazy to wait for the oven. And so I had a few sweet potatoes, and so I brought one to work for lunch. And I hadn't had time to bake it at home, so I stuck it in the microwave at work. Except, you know how sweet potatoes leave that sticky residue on whatever they're sitting on once they're cooked. So I didn't want to mess up the work microwave and have to wash it, so I put a paper towel underneath. And it caught on fire. I come back to the microwave, and the microwave is white. Like, you can't see through the window. And I'm like, oh. And there's a little flicker of orange at the bottom, so I'm like, oh. So I turned it off. And unlike my mother, I did not open the door. My mother set fire to a can of orange juice concentrate when I was a kid, and she panicked and opened the door, and it went vroom.
Why would she put a can of orange juice concentrate in the... never mind.
Don't go there. I asked that, and she said, well, I do it all the time. And I'm like, oh my god. So anyway, this is why my mother shouldn't have a microwave, but there we are. She's actually pretty good with it.
And what's the other thing that you realized? Because you burnt the potato.
What did
Fire alarm?
Oh yeah, the smoke detector in our kitchen doesn't work. So I had to tell my boss, I said, okay, you know how it smelled like burned sugar in here when you got back to the office yesterday? He says, yeah. I said, I kind of set fire to a sweet potato. And he goes, do we need a new microwave? And I said, no, the microwave is fine, but the smoke detector doesn't work. So we might want to do something about that. And you notice?
She said he didn't sound surprised.
Shush!
I'm sorry. I'm remembering your Facebook post with your tentacles sticking out of your mouth.
Oh. Okay, look it. I eat weird things. My boss comes into my office, and I was eating, I had made myself an omelet with mixed seafood in it, and it happened to have little baby octopus.
Did you read this story?
And my boss comes into my office just as I've put a bite into my mouth, and I turn around, and there's a little bit of tentacle sticking out of my mouth. You know, now everybody thinks I'm crazy, right?
You have to be crazy to be on our show.
Fair point.
It pretty much is a prerequisite. Also, you're friends with me.
So anyway, I had learned when I was in brownies that you can actually use sweet potato peels as kindling if you don't have any. So I don't know why this did not occur to me, but yes, sweet potatoes are flammable. Do not put them in the microwave unless there's water or something in there. And yeah, don't cook them at work.
I'm sorry. You posted it on Facebook.
I did.
So.
Be thankful I hadn't signed up for Instagram then, or there would have been pictures.
So, what's on your needles? Now that we've gone.
Yeah, we were still doing that, weren't we?
Yeah, way off topic.
Sorry.
Yeah. Sock. Because I was knitting on my shawl all week.
Big bird socks.
Big bird socks.
Is your plan to have nothing left on the needles?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
What will you do with yourself?
Cast on all the things?
Pretty much. So far, I haven't gotten startitis, but it's coming.
It's coming. Because spring's coming.
Well, also you'll see in a few minutes as to why. But yeah, I have my big bird socks on the needles. These are the ones that were supposed to be knee-highs. As you notice, this one is complete. It is not a knee-high.
Oh, it's behind you.
That's because I realized...
Is that for you?
Yeah.
It'll stretch out.
I hope so, because those are short feet.
No. That's my regular length.
Okay, because they looked really short.
No. They're actually longer than normal. Yeah, it's done out of 2 colors of Valley yarn, so Webb's yarn.
Can't tell me that foot doesn't look short.
No.
Not till you stretch it.
Yeah.
Right now it looks short.
Yes.
If I can span it like this.
It's done in, I think it was Harvest Orange.
It's
and
like, show notes.
Oh. Harvest Orange and Mauve. Or Dusty Rose, because quite frankly, tell me this does not look like Dusty Rose.
Yeah, it does.
It's basically, it's the 70s in a sock. And they're Big Bird's legs. And I like them. And I've got most of the foot of the second one done. I did this while waiting at various appointments this week and waiting for buses and other wonderful stuff. I'm not even going to take it out. I've done a few more rows on my Northbound cardigan. And this is by Haas. And it's actually a sweater, as you can see in the picture, but I'm steeking it, so it will be a cardigan for me. And this is done out of Valley Yarns Northampton. And it's on 4mm needles, which is a US... That's not right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 4 and 5s, which is a US 6 and 8.
Yeah.
Did you see there was an update for that pattern?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure.
And that's pretty much it, because I'm down to 3 things. 4 things. Yeah, 4 things, including Insanity on my needles currently. I'm trying to run at least one more of them off before I start my startitis and start casting on all the things.
I'm very excited. I just started the pattern part.
Cool.
Yay!
So stash enhancement, I have a few, so I'm going to go first.
They're so cute. I know. I want. No.
No, put it back. I joined the Rando Mini Skein swap with
They are so
Gnome
cute.
Makers.
I love the
And
button.
I got my first one, which is Robots, Rainbows, and Unicorns. And then she goes through the colors. One is little plastic bricks, unicorn freckles, rainbows, robots like rainbows, candy mountain, robot patina, and they're each 40 yards each. And yeah, there's a little button there.
But show the actual yarn. Turn it around because they're so cute.
They're not enough to make a barn raising square, but the colors are similar enough that I could probably mix them up.
You know, you have enough yarn at this point to make about 1,000 barn squares.
Yeah, I do.
Barn raising squares.
The other thing I got is I'm in the Secret Sister Swap 2015. So basically, you get a questionnaire, you fill it out, somebody partners you up, but you don't know who you have. You know who you have, but you don't know who has you. So you send packages. So I sent a package, and I got a package in this really nice burlap bag. And she sent me, it's Punta Cotton hand painted 235 yards.
It's really pretty.
Yep.
It looks really squishy.
So she sent me that, and basically I had to ask the moderator, I'm like, how do we send this without putting a return address? She goes, put her return address. So instead of my address, I put Secret Sister Swap and then the girl's address, so it'll end up at her house no matter what. Stay. And then I got, yes, I'm going to get it. I joined the Mustache School of Stash, and basically the first semester is called Socks Ed, and it's doing different heels, and I chose the OMG heel by Megan Williams, but I didn't want to use my Dark Side of the Moon. Is it Dark Side of the Moon? Yeah,
I think so.
Yarn. So I got a D-stash from somebody, and this is around the corner, and that's the colors. So I have to skein that up and start, and hopefully I can finish on time. If not, well. The other thing I got was my barn raising square swap that I did with Minerva Turkey. And so this is a yarn pop bag, which I've always wanted. It's got 2 grommets here. The only thing I'm wondering is if you put the yarn in and you pull it out the grommets, you can't take the yarn out of the bag after.
And you can't. That's tricky.
Yeah. So she sent me
No.
a bunch of minis. Ooh, don't be running away. So, bunch of minis.
I'd grab, but I don't know what they are.
Some golden vanilla tea, because I loves me vanilla. a really nice card, and then she sent an extra sticker because that's what she stuck on the front. And then a couple of cards. One's a squirrel. Acorn.
Not an acorn, a pine cone. Those are acorns.
Acorn. and a bird.
cardinal.
With some envelopes, which I thought was really cool.
Those are so cute.
Yep. And I've never seen this before, but it's a color grid card.
Oh, I've seen those.
Oh, so have I. Always
They're
wanted
fun.
one.
And then, pièce de résistance. This is awesome. Enjoy with coffee. Gourmet hand-poured coffee spoons. French vanilla.
Nice.
Sue will really enjoy those.
Yes. And the last thing is some stitch markers. And what I think...
Oh, they're so cute.
What I think is an orifice hook.
Yep.
And then little skulls. So thank you, Judy. And she gets home today, so she will open the package that I sent her. So, and it was nice because I got somebody in Canada. She's in Toronto, so it didn't cost me a fortune to send it.
Maybe we'll have to do a road trip and go visit Lettuce Knits.
Ooh. Yes, please.
A 5-hour road trip to go to one yarn store?
Dude, there's
And
like
visit Minerva Turkey.
4 or 5 of them.
Honestly, woman.
Minerva Turkey's not in Toronto.
Oh, okay. Well, whoever sent you this.
Minerva Turkey's the one who
Organized
organized it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sure we could find people to visit in Toronto, though. Hey, peeps, let us know.
Mm-hmm. Hey, peeps, let us know. Get it? Let us know.
Oh, boom. I hadn't actually intended that one.
All right.
minutes in the penalty box.
The other stash acquisition. Are you ready?
Oh, yes. Sorry. Well, hang on a sec. I'm literally in the middle of a pattern repeat. Just give me a sec. There we go. Ta-da!
Thank you, Karrie-Lyne.
Yay! I got giraffes.
This is called a sock nanny bag. And the reason Karrie-Lyne, who is Freckled Whimsy on Etsy and on Instagram, she's Karrie-Lyne on Ravelry. But she made these so that you could fold it over so that when you're knitting, your yarn doesn't get caught.
It's a fabric yarn bowl.
Yep.
With a flat bottom.
And it's kind of a little bit stiff, so it stands up on its own. Not a problem. There's this
4 skeins of yarn.
huge wristlet
Wrist
thing,
strap.
or you can actually take
That
it off.
comes off. Yeah, it's a little carabiner thing
Yep.
on the end of it.
And it matches the inside of the fabric. So she sent us this because she wanted us to review them. I've been using it all week, and I absolutely, well, like Carrie showed you, there's tons, but I've just got my 2 balls at the bottom. But no, this could fit a shawl easily.
Oh, yeah.
In a heavier
Sue,
way.
by the way, was really envying your little tags here.
Yeah, the tags are awesome. Let me get it even closer.
Fine. You had it for a second there.
Yep. Anyways, you can see them.
Maybe I should snap my fingers at it.
That's what it did, yeah. Snapped your fingers last week. And this really, I love it. And this segues into our giveaway this week.
No, it
With-
doesn't.
Yes.
Oh, you
Yes,
have more
it-
stash.
I have stash.
Okay.
For once, I actually have stash.
Okay, I will stop talking. Segue on hold.
I have stash. I got 2 skeins of Bijou Basin. This is the same stuff that I had earlier. This is for a hat.
Himalayan Trail?
Yep. No. This is the Lhasa Wilderness.
I got the Himalayan Trail.
Yes.
And it is yak and bamboo, and it's squishy and oh so warm. I've been wearing the color
Did you
mitts
use
I
your
made.
discount code?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
I love my giraffes.
I
I love giraffes.
She had a bad day on Thursday, so when I saw her at knit night, I gave her the bag, and I'm like, you need to unwrap it.
And this year is the 50th anniversary of the maple leaf being Canada's flag.
Yes.
And in honor of that, I'm knitting the maple leaf shawl. And I'm
Which a
knitting
few people have been knitting.
Yes.
Yes.
And I'm knitting it out of this, which is Tannis Fibre Arts blue label. So it's her sock weight. And it is in, the colorway is brick. And I was showing it to Mom. And she's like, well, here's money. You go buy it. Make it. I'm like, okay. And then that is also Tannis Fibre Arts in tartan. And I have no idea what this is going to become, but it fell into my cart.
Hate that when that happens. They just throw things in your cart.
Well, you know.
Can I speak?
Now you can talk.
Okay. So,
I'm happy now.
these bags segued into this week's giveaway. Karrie-Lyne contacted me via Ravelry and asked if she could send us some bags to review and also wants to do a giveaway. You can enter the giveaway to win this exact bag. She pulled it off the Etsy site and it has it on hold for the winner. And I was thinking, a prompt I was thinking was, we're really done with winter. So what's
Way
your
past
favorite
done.
flower that blooms in the spring?
That works.
Must be a member of the group. 1 post per person. Must post a picture because we want to see the flowers.
Yes.
And
We need a little bit of spring.
we'll
in
draw
on
next
the board.
week. We'll draw next week. So you can have a chance to win one of these. So Karrie-Lyne, thank you very much. What's next? Coupon codes. We have a ton.
Yes.
And they're all still valid. So, first one is Michelle from Freckledcrafts, who made... Oh, the other bag is over there. Dang. Who made this box bag. Which is really cute. I love it. She gave us a coupon code, Tangled Skeins 10 for 10% off. It's good till the end of March. Lisa of 6 Munchkin Stitching on Etsy has given our viewers a coupon code, TWOTANGLED10 for 10% off till the end of March. I'd show her bag, but it's across the room.
Did you see the picture of her baby she
Yep.
put on Instagram?
Yep.
Oh.
Bijou Basin Ranch has given us a coupon code for TWOTANGLED. The coupon code is TWOTANGLED for 15% off till March 15th. Darlene, Bags by Awesome Grannie. We have an ongoing coupon code with her.
And lots of her bags.
Yep. Oh yeah, there's a couple. Yeah.
And
the code is 2TS10, and that gives you 10% off. And there's no expiry date, so
have at it.
Go grab a bag or two. The other one was last week. Winemakerssister won one of the giveaways for the 1,000 member. Her name is Heather, and she reached out to you.
Yep.
And offered our viewers a coupon code, which is TWOTANGLED for 10% off until the end of March.
And then I've got one for 50% off my patterns, which is it Gadget 50?
Gadget 50.
Yeah, Gadget 50.
How do you not remember your own code?
Dude, I forgot to actually post the code properly.
Oh, I posted the code. You didn't activate it.
Yeah, I forgot to activate it.
Anyways.
But
so all of our patterns are 50% off.
All of my patterns are half off until the end of this month.
Cool. A couple podcasts to check out. Karrie-Lyne, who made those bags, actually just recorded her first podcast, and it's under Freckled Whimsy Knits. You can find her on YouTube and on... What am I trying to say? I think she's only on YouTube. Sorry.
Look for her on YouTube. You'll find her.
Yeah. And Freckled Whimsy is also the name of her shop on Etsy. Something I found a while back and I watched a few was Stitch Addiction with Kate, who is Hello Knitty on Ravelry. She's got 56 or 57 podcasts, and I kind of jump between what podcasts I watch on a regular basis, so I'm catching up with hers. And the other one that I wanted to mention, because we mentioned it on our Chipmunk episode, but
oh, that one.
I think they are so funny that I have to mention again. Very Little, who is Marcia and Scylla from BC in Canada, and they have 6 episodes, and the reason I'm mentioning it again is because every time I watch them, I laugh hysterically. Have you checked them out yet?
No.
Oh,
you
my.
know I don't watch podcasts.
Oh, well, you know.
I have short attention span.
Oh, I love
Squirrel.
them.
Sorry.
Okay, and I think...
Who got squirreled last night? Who was talking about that? Is that Jamie?
Was it Jamie or Teresa?
I don't remember. But somebody was talking about whenever they had that... Oh, I think it was Teresa. Whenever they had that, quick distraction, like lost their train of thought or whatever, they called that getting squirreled.
Her husband uses it at work.
Oh, right. And
yeah,
I thought that was hilarious. Because it sounds dirty to me, but what do I know?
And I got a sewing machine, as you might know.
You can see the shadow.
Yeah. Well, I showed you my little bag last week. I've made 3 bags since. One has been sent to a swap partner. Hopefully she likes it. The other one my daughter has. So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see the bags. But I made myself a pencil case.
Coffee beans.
And it's coffee bean leftover fabric from when Carrie made me a bag. And it's got balloons inside. And I did the little fabric over the zippers. I had a lot of problems with my machine and I couldn't figure out why. I checked everything, did everything, rethreaded it, went on and on and on. I went to a local place here called Pocket Textiles and I spoke with one of the ladies. She spent about 20 minutes with me and we went over how to feed the yarn and thread. And so when she sat down and finally started drawing it out, I had an aha moment. When I was feeding it around the first tension thing, I wasn't getting it to click in and then go down.
Oh.
Yeah. So, fed the yarn properly and
went to town.
So,
she has a new obsession.
So, get it? Pun intended. So, I have some fabric. Just a bit.
And wait till next week, because let me tell you, she also got some new yarns.
Well, new to me. I'm knitting something for someone special, so I will probably start it this week because...
She shopped in my stash.
The someone special is having a someone special in about 4 months, and I need to get moving. You know who you are.
They all know who Crystal is at this point.
Yes. But I'm not saying what I'm knitting, because I might show it on the podcast, I might not. But I think that's it. We're done.
I think so.
I'm going to
short
reach
and sweet.
for... Sorry.
Is it actually short at this point?
I have no idea. It is 39 minutes.
Okay, so not so short.
So, happy crafting, and we'll see you all next week.
Bye. Bye.